Hey guys, my name is Mike Kubera and I'm extremely excited about this news today. It is December 10th. Bitcoin futures are starting trading today under XBT on the Chicago Board of Trade. Now these guys, the CBOT, is starting before the CME, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, and then we got NASDAQ coming in later, most likely Q2 of 2018. Anyways, let's talk about Bitcoin futures, what it means, and the Winklevosses today. Stay tuned, absolutely crazy news, and Bitcoin is on the rise. A couple hours after I bought in Bitcoin, I already made a couple $100 profit. Okay, not really. I made like $200 profit or whatever it was, but whatever. I bought in a little earlier today. I'm probably going to hold on to it, and we'll see how that goes. Anyways, so the CBO, really? It's the CBO? I thought it was the CBOT. What? It's these weird names. So it's called CBO Global Markets. The Chicago-based exchange group will be the first exchange to launch Bitcoin futures on Sunday. CME Group, CBO's crosstown rival, will launch its market later in December, if all goes to plan. So this has been in the works for the past month or two. People have been extremely excited about this because pretty much if this happens, there's more people trading Bitcoin. Now, why can't they just purchase normal Bitcoin instead of doing futures? Well, there's multiple reasons. First of all, let's say you're working for Goldman Sachs, or you're working for Charles Schwab, or some investment company, which there's a lot of very, very wealthy individuals out there who are working for investment companies or other companies that would never, ever allow for you to trade Bitcoin or have Bitcoin. Or maybe you're from a country, or, you know, there's so many different reasons why you can't have Bitcoin. For tax purposes, for legal purposes, maybe you're not a citizen, blah, 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 blah. This is allowing you or your family or friends a way into the Bitcoin market without actually purchasing Bitcoin. So the way it works, if you're not familiar with futures or what the CME is, by the way, Chicago Mercantile Exchange was one of the first exchanges for its kind back in, I don't know, it was in the 19th century, like 1840 or whatever, I forgot the exact date. I'm quite excited because it's from my hometown, baby. Chicago, represent Chi-Town, Chirac, Bang Bang, Chief Keef, all that stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of money coming in. Let's check out the price of Bitcoin. Currently, it is up at 16,000. Okay, now it's approaching. It's at 15,670. That's awesome. It's up 8%. Today, but really it climbed like 20%. The market cap is at $418 billion at the time of recording. Most likely it's going to continue to grow. Super, super excited. Let's go. I'm bullish about Bitcoin today because when you have more and more people, more exchanges coming in with Bitcoin, boom, there's more money to be made, more profit. Everybody's happy. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to quote directly here from Business Insider. By the way, the links will be down in the description below. Many people think Bitcoin futures, if they go well, will open the door to wider participation in the Bitcoin markets by Wall Street firms and retail investors. So if it goes well in Chicago, the NASDAQ will open its doors, Wall Street will come in, and the more Wall Street traders there are, then the banks, the government, and hedge funds are starting to get interested, and then that leads to high investors where, you know, more money, more problems, baby. No, not really. Well, yeah, there's going to be more problems, but there's going to be a lot more money, and that's all that matters. So anyways, what is a future? It's pretty much a financial product which allows two parties to exchange an asset at a specified price at an agreed upon date in the future. So for Bitcoin, since it's starting January, I mean, it's December, woo, Happy New Year, I'm getting super excited about that. Since it's starting today, it's supposed to launch at 5 p.m. Right now it's 11:47, 5 p.m. Central Time. It will allow investors to start trading on the future price. Now it's going to go a month ahead, okay? A month ahead, and all fees for transactions are going to be waived until the end of December. So this encourages more and more investors. It's awesome. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And what date will it end? There we go, January 17th. So it's going for an expiration date of January 17th. Pretty much you're either betting for it or against it. If you're betting for it and it goes higher than you bet for it, you make money. If it goes against it and it keeps going down further, you make money. So money's coming either way. There's going to be people who lose money, there's going to be people who make money, but all that matters for Bitcoin is volume, market cap, more exchanges, more people, boom, which leads to eventually long-term more increases in price. And that leads to other cryptocurrencies, altcoins, also most likely rising in price. But how do you buy a Bitcoin futures contract? This is the tricky part. At the moment, you got a lot of American firms that aren't happy with this. TD Ameritrade, one of the largest online brokers, is taking a wait-and-see approach. They're not providing any details to clients. Great. Charles Schwab, Fidelity, E-Trade also won't be able to buy it. Ally Financial will let users buy Bitcoin futures, and what was it? JP Morgan and Citigroup won't be participating. There was one that was letting some of it go. Here we go. Goldman Sachs will clear futures for some clients. Most likely these are the high profile ones, so it's not letting for everybody. And as it keeps going further, if it goes well, then we might see Goldman Sachs fully come in, Charles Schwab, Fidelity, E-Trade. You guys know about these. There was another one that I used to use. It was like Scott Trade. Was that it? I don't know. Anyways, this is going to open the door to Wall Street, to the bigger banks, to more money. It's exciting. A lot of people are a little bit afraid though. So Cboe is basing its futures on the pricing of Gemini. Gemini is an exchange that, along with Coinbase, they went down a week ago. Great, fantastic. Pretty much that was the exchange that was founded by the Winklevoss twins. We will have a video on them. They are one of the first people to become billionaires, Bitcoin billionaires. Hello, welcome. And pretty much Gemini has been known for, it's notorious for going down quite a bit. It's a small exchange, the prices are a little whack sometimes, so some people believe there's manipulation going on behind the scenes, or if there's not manipulation, which I think there's manipulation with all the exchanges, that's the approach I like to take. Instead of looking at the glass half full, I look at it half empty when approaching this kind of stuff, because Coinbase, Poloniex, Bitrex, Kraken, they all go down, they all have their own set of problems and all that stuff. But anyways, yeah, most likely, the prices will be a little bit different. Gemini isn't perfect, but that's how it is with Bitcoin. That's how it is with all new products. I am bullish about this. I think everything's going to go fantastic long term. You got to look at the long term. Forget about the short term. Let's make some money. And anyways, since the last fact before some kids are screaming. The last fact sounds like they're dying or something. Last fact, let's get through this. Since Bitcoin is so volatile, traders of Cboe Bitcoin futures are required to have 44% of their Bitcoin settlement price set aside for their bet. So if they're going for like $20,000, that's quite a bit of money down on the table. If it's going for $30,000 or whatever it is, hey, whatever. It's a down payment for risk. But that's what Cboe's doing. If Cboe goes well, then we'll see the CME and NASDAQ. Anyways, my name is Michael Cabrera. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. We shall see you guys tomorrow. Bye, 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 bye.